There's my spot. Good Tuesday morning. This is Lindell from Fistful of Java. Out here in the park before 8 a.m. Getting a little walk in. Since we talked about, Carvin kits previously on this channel, I did do a second kit, a guitar kit, Stratocaster style build. So double cutaway. It had the, as traditionally the case, it had the pickups built into the pick guard, which made it a much simpler build than the base one, because I had to put everything together and do some soldering and all that stuff, and you don't have to do any of that when you have a Strat style build because it's already wired through the pick guard. Just attach it, and even what am I trying to say here? The port for the cord to plug into, even that's already attached. You just pretty much stick it through the hole, make sure you screw the end piece on so it doesn't slide through, and that's it. It's really fairly simple. Unfortunately, I don't have any build photos, but I will, interject some finished photos, right here, so you can see what it looked like when it was done. This build was a little different. I actually finished the neck myself. After having done it, I kind of wish I'd had him do it at the factory like I did the first time. Maple is a little ornery to work with. It's a hard wood. It doesn't. I tried to stain the headstock. Yeah, that didn't work. It took very little color. I did use some spray polyurethane on the back of the neck, just enough to give it some kind of protective coating on there. I nicknamed it Butterscotch because of the color I ended up with. It was also an alder body, but I used different stain on the actual body to give it the color that you saw. Overall, it was a pretty good build. Actually, it was a good guitar. One of the things unique about the Carvin / Kiesel Strat clone, if you want to call it that, there's an extra switch on there that allows you to run the bridge and the neck pickup together, and that was my preferred sound, actually, with those two pickups together, which gives you basically that Telecaster sound. Or I'd run the middle pickup by itself, and that was the only sounds that I really liked. So, again, the Telecaster, as I've mentioned before in other videos, is more the sound that I'm after than the true Strat sound. But it was a nice little build. This particular instrument, did most of the rhythm work on the album I did. This was about a $500 build, roughly. It has been sold since during the time of great sorrow, I should call it, when I was short on money and long on possessions. And so, I got rid of a lot of things, and a lot of instruments had to go. So, but they were fairly low output pickups, so they worked in situations sometimes where hotter guitars didn't. I know I went in the studio and TJ had a Soldano he had just gotten, a half stack, and he plugged in his Les Paul, and it hated it. It sounded like a war going on inside a box. I plugged in my, my Carvin Kiesel Strat clone in there, and it was beautiful. Got nice crunchy tones, good clean tones, everything that he was trying to get out of there. And I was like, yeah, it sounds like your axe is just too hot for this guitar. It doesn't like, the high gain inputs that you're using on this thing, because it just absolutely, loved my Strat. Also to note, I remember going into Guitar Center and was trying out amps, and somebody picked up a $2,000 60s reissue Stratocaster in the store and started playing it. And the tone for that axe was remarkably similar to the one I had built. So, kudos to Carvin / Kiesel for putting together a kit like that, because I was impressed. I was impressed. The tone was as good as it can be for a Strat. Again, Strat's not really my thing, but I was pretty impressed with the fact that what I had was as good as a $2,000 reissue. So hopefully the guy that bought the guitar is actually a player. Some guys just collect guitars and just have them sitting in their house for some reason. I don't know why someone would do that, but as a player, it's a tool of trade. It was not being useful. You don't need to have it. That's just my thing. So that's all I got for today. I'm going to get out of the park here. It's unusually dark this morning, considering it's about 8 o'clock in Texas. It's cloudy, but it's not like super cloudy. But I've got a lot of tree cover here, so nice and cool. But I'm going to go eat my breakfast, get my coffee in me. And hopefully you guys have a good day. Until next time.